Anything else I can get you, sir?
I would love a Bloody Mary, a steak sandwich, and a Bloody Mary, please. Put it on Cabana.
All right, perfect. 2 Bloody Marys and a steak sandwich coming up. And if you want to support the show so Ben can afford his weird Bloody Mary habit, please do so. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You could PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Throw in those Facebook stars. We always appreciate the Venmos and the PayPals the most if you can. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of clubs and sandwiches, please welcome Mr. Chris Bowers, everybody. Chris Bowers.
Oh, wow.
Ben, I just looked this up on my phone. It is 3:01 Wednesday, January 13th. It's not that hard. It's right there on the screen. And also, I don't have a club sandwich, but I could give you turkey in a plastic bag. How's that sound? Would that be good?
That sounds incredible, actually.
Then we can go protest. It'll be great. Queen Rachel's here. Rach, how you doing?
Yes.
Queen.
Hi guys.
What up, Queen?
I'm a bit feisty today.
I can tell that, and I like it. I needed that.
I can know you a lot, Ben.
No, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean specifically me. I just meant in general. I like it, and I like the energy. You can totally not know me if you want.
Hey, Ben, let me ask you this question. When you went to get your haircut, did you say, can you do this, just Rachel on this side? Like, can you do this side of Rachel on both sides of my head? Is that what you did? Because you got
I did.
I just want to go back to Ben giving us all permission to not know him.
No. What I'm trying to say is if you don't know me by now, you will never know me.
Yeah, Ben is just somebody that I used to know.
Me by now.
Really nice not knowing you guys. See you later.
Hey, what are y'all wearing to the
Oscars?
Now I was gonna say impeachment, but yeah.
Oh. Let's not get excited. We've been here before. Let's see what the Senate does. I mean, if they get rid of him, I will be dancing literally in the streets. But you know,
Well, we haven't been here before. We've never had a president impeached twice in American history. This is amazing news that I barely peripherally caught while running around dealing with some crazy.
That's not true. Almost every president in the United States has been impeached at least once. I don't know if you've been reading Twitter, but at least every president in the United States, at least once, they've been impeached. This is not new. This is all fake news. Anyway,
Whatever.
we had a super fun overnight game. I was really happy with the overnight game. After yesterday, when we went pubes, all pubes, it was pube a song. So put pubes into a song.
Oh, God damn
it. And I really liked them. They were really great. So go check it out. SDSC game hashtag and then hashtag pube a song on Twitter. But Frankie Angles had All I Want for Christmas is Pubes. I thought that was funny.
Doable.
I gotta say it's a weird Christmas, but yeah.
I'm dreaming of a black curly Christmas.
Renee H had, bush it real good. Anna H had, hey, pube. That was very simple.
Don't make it bad.
Take a sad song and make it curlier.
My favorite was Dash, who's back, which was I'll make love to pubes, which actually works. It actually is something that actually happens.
Kind of, but not
More
not
of an
exactly.
ancillary character in the.
I guess it's more
in the game.
through the pubes, but they're in there. I guess is all I'm saying. It's technically flow.
Bowers' pubes are a non-playable character in that video game.
Yes, that's like the old Kanye song. Through the pubes, through the limit to the wall.
And by the way, you don't know what everybody's into. Maybe there are people who do fuck pubes. Who knows, man? Come on, let's not judge.
You know, I don't want to judge. I'm sorry. My apologies.
There's a spider right here. What do I do?
Is it a spider or a pube?
That's not a spider. That's a tiny bug with 8 pubes attached to him.
Put a drinking glass over him and somebody else will fix it.
Ah!
Oh God.
All right. Is that the end of the overnight game?
Can you describe what the spider looks like, super sticker style?
It's the small black hairy thing that has I don't know how many legs. I didn't get that close, and it is coming towards me.
Are you describing pubes?
A small black hairy thing coming towards
Today's
you?
game, guys. What's today's game?
Today's game, we want to surprise Rachel. It's a pube a celebrity. We're going to pube a celebrity.
Today's game, because all of these insurrectionist, traitorous, terrorist assholes are being banned from flights and companies aren't donating to campaigns anymore. So the game is what companies and products can they still use? So, for instance, Special KKK. or you probably live at your parents' Home Depot. So take the name of a product or a company, make it a little alt-righty, and that's how it works. So the way you participate in the game is you can comment on any of our streams, our Twitch, our Twitter, our YouTube, or our Facebook. But if you want yours to count toward the prize at the end of the show, as well as having a much better chance of being read on air, what you do is you put yours in with a tip, at least a $5 super chat, Venmo, or PayPal, and we'll read those at the end. And a reminder, our front row, you get 3 entries if you want, so we'll write them up.
And we were going to make the game Puba Supreme Court Justice, but all the answers would have been Clarence Thomas. So that's a deep cut, but I'm glad you got that joke.
No, that was
no one has hurt the public image of Coca-Cola more.
Exactly.
That's why they shifted to white polar bears after that, because they needed nothing that could possibly create that. It's how it works. This is American history. This show is basically a civics lesson every week, every day. How often do we do the show? Anyway,
4 days a week.
4 days a week.
But it's only a civics lesson 3 days a week. The other day is Friday.
That's correct. That's correct. That is correct. Taylor, did I send you the thing, by the way?
Nope.
Great. Okay, well, I did now. In the video front row, please join us. Turn on your cameras and join us with your cameras. It's great to have all of you here today joining the party. We got Frank Berman joining us. I still haven't thought of one thing funny to say about your background. I'd like to, but it's very difficult. Maybe the thing is a little off-center in that frame.
Is that one of those pictures, if you stare at it long enough, it turns into a sailboat, or is that something else? It's a schooner.
Oh, you're muted, Frank.
I'm talking about Frank's.
Oh yeah, it's a
Not you,
Beatles
Ben.
poster. It's like iconography of like all the Beatles songs, and they're like Yellow Submarine and Octopus's Garden. I don't know if you guys can see well though, but that's what it's supposed to be.
Gotcha.
My favorite Beatles song has always been Octopus Garden. We have got Sean Ehrlich joining us. Hello, Sean. Got the yellow. We got Hoorab joining us from a closed closet like a gentleman. We got Cass Sevilles joining us and then not joining us and then joining us again. That was quite a bounce move you had going on there. What are you drinking there, Cass? We got some kind of... that's a Mike's Hard Lemonade. This is incredible. Is this the late 90s? I love it. We got Benoit LaBalls joining us. We got Weird Ral.
Nice.
Hello, Weird. We've got Brad Clark. We've got Leedy E. Corbin. We've got Becca Lynn joining us. We've got Abby Wright, the Isles of Wright, if it's not too dear. We've got Jan Skittles Johnson joining us.
Is that a chicken hat? Hell yeah.
And I'm hoping you got it in like a discount bin, making it a budget chicken hat. We've got Shannon Burke joining us. Hello, Shannon. We got Anna Hood joining us. Hello, Anna. Bill Thompson coming to us from a Canadian weed leaf of some kind. We've got Zara Bending joining us from Australia. We've got Cassie Nolan. Hearts right back at you, Cassie. And we got Lindsay Brown joining us. Hello, Lindsay. We have Adler Not Driving.
We have Adler's thumb joining us in front of his camera.
That's a thumb drive.
Wow.
And that's everybody. Thanks for being here.
All
Bauer?
right. And speaking in the front row, Brian O'Connor upgraded to the VIP front row level, so he can come to the Patreon hang where we play Quiplash at the end of the month. So if you want to do that, check out the Patreon. That is really cool.
Love that.
And we have three amazing comics actually. The Sklar brothers are back. How you doing, Sklars? How you doing?
Yes. Jason and Randy.
We are here. What's up? How are you guys? I'm so sad we didn't get to participate in last night's game. I would have gone with any song by Pubistank. I like Pubistank. They're pretty good. And here's my question. How far are we away from Jamba Juice introducing an impeachment fuzz Jamba Juice drink?
Jason, a couple hours.
Okay.
I thought you were going to say, how far are we in this country from Jamba Juice sponsoring the impeachment?
Oh, yeah. That's Jamba
We're
Juice.
like not.
That's Jamba Juice. That's not Jamba Juice.
By the way, happy birthday to both of you. Your birthday was yesterday. You're already clearly 1 year funnier Happy birthday to Jason Randy.
Nice.
And let me just say this: Jamba Jews will not replace us. They will say that.
You think that was Robeck's slogan?
Also, Paul Varghese is back. Paul, how you doing, buddy?
I am
Paul.
good. How are you guys?
Good, bud.
Great, man.
I got no Jew jokes.
And Paul, let me just say thank you. By the way, I really wish that Bowers had left it at we've got two great comedians, then introduce the Sklar brothers and Paul, and then let them fight over which one he was not including.
No, I wasn't going to do that, because they are great. If one of them was suspect, I would have done that. It would have been a funny joke. But they're so great, all three of them, I couldn't do that to them. So we're excited. We're going to have a good show. Rach, we got anything coming in before we get rolling?
We can't hear you, Rachel, on account of you being muted.
Did the spider mute you? I think the spider got on your keyboard and muted you. Oh, my God.
I think I screamed a little bit and then I muted myself because we'll see what happens with the spider. Probably nothing. Hopefully nothing. Stan Lee tipped the show $25 and said, thanks for the front row seat yesterday. It was a kick in the head. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It's like an old-timey good slogan. It's
A kick in the head? That's a good
Yeah.
thing?
Remember the old Dean Martin song, Ain't That a Kick in the Head? He meant it positively, but he also was drunk all the time.
I always thought that slogan was about standing too close to a horse. Or that song.
Dean Martin was always fake drunk. He didn't actually drink.
Yeah, that was.
I don't know if always, but he didn't drink as much as was let on.
There was always iced tea in his glass on stage.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I don't know if always, but I think he was not as drunk as people thought he was. He was drunk sometimes.
Don't ruin this for Ben Bowers.
Please. I need this right now.
Right, he was drunk, and you can be successful and be a drunk. We both need to believe in that. That's good.
I'm just saying it's not your place to say.
Make it stop. I also have some things that when I want to make it stop, like what just happened here, Jessica tipped the show. And so number one, make it stop. A family was driving behind a garbage truck when a dildo flies out and thumped against the windshield. Embarrassed and to spare her young son's innocent, the mother turns around and says, "Don't worry, dear, that was just an insect." Wow, the boy replies, "I'm surprised it could get off the ground with a cock like that." Did I read this before? I'm in a deja vu.
It sounds like you just remember it from your personal life.
I do remember that. I haven't read that one before, for real.
No.
Oh, okay. I love that joke. Okay, that was one of my favorites. Violator tipped the show and said, "Tip your local comedian." So in this case, the Sklar brothers and Paul today, please.
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
Yeah, so if you live in Los Angeles or Dallas, please tip. Aside from that, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Then no worries. I get it. Peace and love. Love you guys. XOXO. Mwah. Gus Walsh, a super sticker, and it just says astonished face. And now I'm looking at the super sticker, and I can't get my jaw that low. Like I've got a little bit of lock jaw, but just imagine if my jaw is all the way down here and he's doing. I can't. Like I can barely. Like that. My jaw doesn't go that low. So that's what that was.
Steve broke up. What? Hello, bam.
All you guys are getting muted.
Did I get muted?
Yeah,
That's
Bowers
okay.
got.
If the show goes offline, we'll be available on Parlor.
I'm sorry, Bowers. I was trying to cut to you, and I accidentally muted you.
That is the
I
first
thought he was mad
time
I had
that.
to do the rest in pantomime. I was going to say her mouth's too small for Steve's. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Jesus Christ, moving on. David Jones II said, "I don't like that people are still talking about pubes, but what's the difference between pubes and Brussels sprouts at the Christmas meal? It's a push to the side and keep on eating."
Also, I don't like that people are still talking about pubes, but you listen to this about pubes, guys. Listen to this about pubes.
They sent it in. I had to read it.
No. I'm not. Oh, I thought you were saying the tip person was saying I don't like the
I
people.
said that.
Oh my god, I thought that they tipped and they were like, I don't like the people who are talking about pubes, but oh, do I have a pube joke? Like that's what.
Great. That was all me. Lastly, last general that came in, Rita O'Donnell took the show and said, "Great show." We still got a while to go, but
Thank you, Rita.
I think she means in general, and then hopefully we'll live up to those expectations. Are we caught up, Rach? Are we ready?
caught up.
All right, let's get to it right now. Let's do a comic, or a group of comics, or a couple of comics, or some brothers that are comics. We love them. The Sklar brothers! Woo!
Thank you. It's Randy and I are we're just trolling the world to try and see weird stuff. And I don't know if you guys covered this or saw this, but there was
we talked about it on Gleib's podcast with Gleib.
a Danish cartoon came out about a guy with an incredibly long, extendable, sometimes helpful, sometimes out of control. That's how they described it. Penis.
It's a claymation show, and it's a show for kids.
4 to 8 years old. 4 to 8 years old. And
by the way,
first of all, they're like sometimes helpful. I'm like, how? Like erections?
So it's like, hey, where's the park? It's that way.
I guess you could get a cat out of a tree with that. I guess that's the only appropriate thing for that thing to hook some pussy. I don't know. I'm not sure. But then they were like, sometimes it's out of control. And I'm like, out of control? What is it? Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah, like,
Jeffrey Epstein? Another Jew who bothers us?
yes.
So what they were saying about the show is that people were upset about it. First of all, some people thought it was funny, and we call those people without children.
Right. Because if you have kids, and just, this is a weird thing. I did think it was weird that they said that this was his superpower.
Yeah, the superpower was that the penis could extend, and we were like, wait, superpower, like flight, that's superpower.
X-ray vision, superpower.
Like be able to talk to fish, which is questionable. Even that's a superpower. Extending your penis, like we all can do that. Even Bowers can do that. Like you can do it to an extent. This is what I'm saying. But that's not a superpower. Like having like an extremely extended, that's a gift. That's like a gift from God that you get to share with other people. But Randy and I were thinking about like the reason why I think a lot of people are up in arms about this is because in this pandemic, as parents, we are way more in our kids' shit and in their lives and paying attention to what they're watching.
Like if this was 2018, it probably would have flown under the radar,
or it would have gone up over the radar and wrapped around.
I think it's the point was that they said what they say is he's uncomfortable with the size of his penis,
and they're like, and they use it to help kids with like body image issues. I'm like, oh yeah, like every dude who has a massive penis is like so uncomfortable.
I know.
I'm so sorry. Oh, woe is me. I'm sorry it's so extendable and huge.
I'm so sorry I'm satisfying you to levels you've never had before and will never have again.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can be standing in the other room and satisfying you.
That's
I'm
right.
so sorry. To me, if you want to make a brave show, give this guy the smallest dick in the world.
Like so tiny.
Like it's superpowers that it can unlock like
doors
keyholes
and stuff. Like, he's worried about his self-image.
But to me, it's like we're in our kids' stuff, so now we're paying attention to this. If you go back and look at old like kids' stuff, like that to me, like no one talked about Pinocchio. When Pinocchio, like if we think about what Pinocchio is about, right? Starts out, he's a wooden boy. Right. So you're starting with wood.
Starting with the wood.
Wood is, as Kenny Rogers once famously said, the wood makes it good.
Right.
Okay, so he's a wood boy who, when he lies, his nose grows. So clearly, this is like a lying fetish. Like, and I guarantee you, there are websites for this. Like, so many, like, oh, this is like you look really attractive. Whoop. Like he loves like lying. It's growing, and he's like, he has shame about that. He's like, I don't want to be a wooden boy whose nose grows. I want to be a regular boy. He's surrounded by shit. For Randy and I, were like, if he couldn't become a regular boy at this point, if Pinocchio was around today, he would have an OnlyFans page.
Yes. Time lapse of trees growing.
Yes. Magical. So that's we're realizing that as we're around our kids, we're just so much more up in their shit. We missed the time. Randy and I missed the time of when we could go out in this country. We were just talking about the last time we were in Austin, Texas, and I don't even know if we talked about this on this show, but we were in Austin, Texas. When was this? Like 2 years ago now?
Yeah, feels so long ago. Feels like another world.
They had Dirty Sixth Street. Every town has this.
Like
just
that-
draw like a street full of so many bars. I can't. It feels like a different time, but like so many bars, and at 2 a.m,
just they unload and
they just empty into the streets.
It's like Night of the Living Drunk. It's just like drunk zombies, and drunk people are the worst people to deal with on any level because you think they can communicate with you, but they can't communicate with you. Here's the thing. that on that strip of street in Austin, there are all these bars, and then next to all of the bars is the largest homeless shelter I've ever seen. That is just
Poor placement. That's a terrible idea for that, because these people, that the last thing they want to be dealing with, like they want to be digging through the trash. They don't want to be dealing with drunk white trash.
exactly
Talking to them.
right. So because literally a homeless person lying face down on the ground, his greatest natural predator in the
Is a bachelorette.
It is
Yes,
a bachelorette.
yes.
That's
It
it.
is a bachelorette.
We saw it. When we were in Austin, we did a set at the Velveeta Room. All the bars opened up, and then there's the homeless shelter. We saw two women approach a homeless guy lying face down on the ground. They went up to him. They were like, "Can you take our picture?
He did in
Do
portrait.
it in landscape.
Did in portrait.
Do it in
Did in
landscape.
portrait.
It's her birthday.
It's my fucking birthday.
She's 28.
I'm 24.
Don't tell him your
why?
wrong age.
Why does he have to know my
But
right?
tell him the right
You're being
age.
such a
You're not
bitch.
being honest.
You're being a bitch.
Wi-Fi in your tent.
What's the Wi-Fi in your
We
tent?
can't
We're
get
trying to get
an
an Uber
Uber.
out of here. Is it Shared Needles 5G or Shared Needles 2G?
They're both coming
Both
up.
are working.
Both.
Oh my god.
So we have an idea how to kind of, because they're not going to take away the homeless shelter. It's actually doing good in the city.
And they're not going to get rid of the bars because that's the business.
When
in
we
the city.
come back, the bars are going to make a lot of money in this town. So we said, look, we got to figure out a way for these things to coexist.
I think we have the solution. Okay, we say put some velvet ropes in front of the homeless shelter.
All right. Hire a really big dude to stand out in front, give him a clipboard and an earpiece. It doesn't even have to be connected to anything.
Right? Charge drunk people $25 to go into the homeless shelter.
All right. All the money goes straight to the homeless
All goes straight to the homeless
Okay,
shelter.
It's a win.
It's a win because, and don't feel bad for the drunk people because they'll just wander around in there and think that they're at a cool theme bar.
Right? I'll tell everyone about it. Be like, oh my God, have you guys been to shelter?
What
It's
shelter?
amazing. It's amazing. I saw a guy wearing open-toed sneakers.
Oh my God.
So passion forward.
Oh my God. Were there famous people in there?
Yeah, I saw Matthew Perry
Oh.
sharing a cup with Charlie Sheen.
Oh my God. Was there a VIP section?
There was an HIV section.
Oh, that's a
Is it
little bit
different?
different.
That's a little bit different.
God.
All right, that's our time. We're the Sklar Brothers.
The Sklar brothers, everybody. The Sklar brothers.
Yes.
Jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, you can super chat on YouTube. By the way, I like two things. I was listening to the conversation those girls were having,
Yeah.
and immediately I was like, and then she introduced evidence into the trial while sitting next to Rudy Giuliani. But then I will say, the first half of your set, I've never heard comedy more relatable, and I just want to thank you.
Oh, you mean the guy who had the really small penis could open door locks and stuff like
Nope,
that?
nope, nope. That was the second half. Second half of the set. Second half of the set.
First half of the
That's the part I identified with, and I was hoping you would just cast me in that show. So if you guys get it started, I can be your guy. Because the only way to extend my penis is if I arch my back and then I look too fat.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, actually, whenever I lock myself out of my place, I just call Bowers.
Oh, that's so nice. They call him Mushroom Cap, folks.
I will say my favorite drug story at the bars. We had a strip like that in Indianapolis called Broaderpool, and one time this bachelorette party's coming out of a bar, and the bachelorette's like, "I'm gonna get a cab." This is before Uber, and she jumps in the back of this cab, and the door shuts on her, and she looks up, and it was a cop car. She got in the back of a cop car, and the cop's like, "I'm on his computer." He goes, "What?" And then she's trapped because she can't open the door. She's like, "Ah!" And she starts banging on the windows like a dog at the bound. It was so fucking funny.
That was a metaphor for her life as she entered into a dead marriage. A horrible.
I just
Yeah,
see her.
We got divorced like 8 months later, but it was a fucking fun time. I'll tell that.
I just see her as like the fish that jumps into the boat.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she.
Or the guy, and this is a true story, a guy who tried to fight his own reflection in a bar window. This guy knows all my moves. Come on. He knows my moves.
You know how I don't drink anymore, guys?
Yeah, because that same sad origin story. You fight one mirror, you get back up, and you fight again, Steve. You don't give up after one mirror.
It wasn't in the reflection of the window, but for real, like when I was in college, I was coming out of the bathroom and there was this guy that was trying to come in, and so I went right, he went right, and I go left, he goes left, I stop, he stops, and I get this like courage at that point, and I was like, "What the fuck is your problem?" And the bartender comes over and he goes, "Hey chief, that's our mirror." And
So the only person Steve thinks he can beat up is himself. That's awesome. that guy thought I could take him. I got this guy. Fuck you, man.
I was his size.
Yeah, I mean, you loved his outfit. You loved what he was wearing, and you thought, and you complimented on his really big penis.
The problem is though that the guy in the mirror doesn't feel pain. Only you do.
That's
So-
right.
I want to tell you.
Jackson said that. Michael Jackson said that right before he crawled into bed with a 10-year-old. Yeah.
I want to tell you a quick tale about perseverance in this life, Steve, because one time I was at a comedy club and there was an agent there who said, I haven't seen you since the big comedy festival that we saw you at about 7 years ago, where you got real drunk and went out in the street in front of the post party and climbed on top of a cab. And I was very embarrassed and just slightly cut back my drinking from that point. I didn't have to give it up for life.
Ben, it was another 3 years actually, I think, before I stopped. It's not like that night I was like, oh, this is the last I'll ever drink. No, after my friends told me that happened, because I didn't know that it happened, but after they told me that happened, they then bet me $3 that I wouldn't eat the ticket stub from the open bar, and I won $3.
Well, there you go. And you should have just said that your name was Ben Bailey and this was the new season of Cash Cab. Go on top of the car now.
Yes. I would love to see Steve drunk so much, not to see him angry or belligerent, just to see him not tackle his whole to-do list in a day.
Yeah.
No, when I get real drunk, I just add to the to-do list. That's what drunk Steve does. He just makes it worse for sober Steve.
And then I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to do that. Angrily cross it off.
My friend Sarah once went to the bathroom at a bar, and the bartender was in there and came out. She was a friend of mine. She goes, yeah, your friend just went in there, and she put her hands under the automatic sink, but it didn't turn on. But then she just washed her hands, she put on soap, and then she just washed them off with a paper towel, and then threw it away, and never got any water. I'm like, that's drunk. That's a good amount of drunk. I like
My favorite one actually is with a celebrity. So Anna Paquin went to my college, and she was known for drinking a great deal, and so. There was once where she thought it would be really funny to run into the women's bathroom, shut the lights off, and run out, but she forgot to remember where the door was. So he went into the bathroom and shut the lights off, turned around, and ran into a wall. That was her big prank.
Well, also, that was the plot of the piano too. I know you. I mean,
The plot of the piano, too.
and the crazy thing was you had to invite her into the bathroom. She can't just walk in.
Of course you're going to drink a lot when you live forever. Why not? There's no reason not to.
There was also actually another time where she didn't look like she was Anna Paquin. Like she just looked like she looks very plain Jane without all the makeup. And so there was once where my friend, a friend of ours had hooked up with her. And so one of my friends just goes over and is just like, hey, I heard you hooked up with Anna Paquin last night. To which the friend goes, Ari, this is Anna. Anna. Dude, Ari.
Damn.
Ouch. That'll make him want to run into a bathroom. Literally.
I mean, it's not as bad as sending Steve a message saying you want him to eat your nipples, but it's close. I think it's
Oh, Ben, do you have the text? He sent us the screenshot of the text.
Yeah, I might have to. Can you share it, Steve? Because I don't have access to it. I'm holding a plate of
I'll read
nachos, so
some
my hands.
tips while you guys get the nipple text together. How's that?
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, sorry, Rachel, quickly, one thing before you do for the Sklars. I also very much related to that part in your set, talking about, having a big penis being a superpower. I've related to that for a very long time. And I feel as though my thing is that when you got a big penis, you just live with it. It's great.
Why is Pinocchio in Woodface? Literally. And it couldn't be more anti-Semitic. I will say that. Just a giant nose.
Trump is totally into Pinocchio porn for sure. Into lion porn.
All right, I'm ready whenever. Taylor, can we do it? All right, cool. So here, let me.
This might have been the text exchange with me and Steve.
So just out of nowhere, it's Sunday morning at 10:37 a.m. Ben says, all good, I'll make soon. It's at 11. Tea ready soon. What kind and what you like for breakfast? So I said, sounds delicious, but I'm good, figuring he'd be like,
That's what threw
okay.
me off. That's what threw me off.
Because I figured he would be like, oh, wait, hold on a second, and then look up, and it says Steve with a picture of a redhead on the top. And he just wrote, other than these nipples. And that's when I was like, dude, this is Steve.
I so wish you would have responded, Ben, with, I know.
I was so fucking embarrassed. And also, pretty good boyfriend, though, making tea and breakfast, huh?
Yeah. Great boyfriend. But then he tried to explain to me, to which I said, sure.
To which Steve then texted, you know Anna Paquin. He's nuts.
That's the greatest.
When we owned the comedy club in Dayton, our manager one time texted Tony, our business partner, I want to get up all in them butt cheeks. And Tony just responded with, that's not going to get you a raise. He was like, oh my God, that was my girlfriend. I'm so
Also, looking at the expression on Jason's face, I would like to explain that, because you weren't here yesterday. I had my nipples pressed against the window because Carmel was outside, and I was trying to be funny. I wasn't actually trying to be sexy with the nipple comment.
Right.
Sure.
Understand that.
I swear to God, that's the way.
That was just accidental.
What it was.
What does that say underneath? New in the bioscoop?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Scoop.
Yeah.
That's a silly question. I hope you feel silly now.
I sure do, Ben, between you and I.
That's German for sit on my nose.
Oh my God. All right, what do we have coming in, Rachel?
Tips coming in? Let's do it.
Save us, please.
All right. So Chris LaBelle said, the Sklar Brothers, great set, but I don't appreciate you attacking the first show where Steve has felt represented by a superhero. Mary L tipped $20. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Zara tipped and said, Sklar G and in charge. That small dick bit reminded me of one time a fellow lawyer offered to submit the contents of his briefs to me. I said I'd throw it out due to lack of evidence. We call that a Giuliani.
By the way, Sklar G, she's saying Sklarge and in charge.
By the way,
Close.
just a sidebar about the old sitcom Charles in Charge. Had such a big problem with that because of just how authoritarian. And now that we know what we know about Scott Baio, you know that it was just dead on balls accurate.
Charles in charge of our rights
and our wrongs.
Our rights.
Our rights? The fuck is this guy?
The right to vote?
Yeah.
What?
The right to have an abortion?
No.
So
much
power. You don't get that power.
It's a choice, not a child.
Okay, Baio, you freaking weirdo. Anyway,
Remember we thought
Also-
Aaron Moran was the weird one? He just died in a trailer park.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my God.
Now that I think of it, maybe that theme song was about Scott Baio making a pact with the devil. New boy in the neighborhood lives downstairs and is understood. He's there just to take good care of me, like he's part of the family. Weird. Weird.
Bizarre. Sorry.
Yeah.
Totally strange.
Also, weren't those kids a little old for a Manny?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, he's like old enough for Scott.
I
Apparently.
think their parents were like, let's introduce some sexual tension into your life, Nicole Eggert.
Remember what the parents
Nicole.
did for a living on that show? Does anyone know the show well enough to know what they did for a living? Like, how could they afford that?
I know the show well enough to remember Nicole Eggert. My God, that was.
Listen,
I thought they died in a car wreck and Scott Baio had to take care of him. Oh, wait, that was Party of Five. I'm sorry.
That was
I
right. That was Party of Five, and that was Scott Wolf. But yes.
I don't know any of these things you guys are talking about.
Well, what happened was the parents died in a
don't
car
care.
wreck,
I
and
don't
then a wolf had to take care of them. It was the prequel to Little Red Riding Hood.
Raised by wolves or Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Yes, it was originally called Pack of Five, but then they.
And it was originally, instead of Nicole Eggert, going to be Anna Paquin.
You of five.
I mean, I hooked up with her so much, right? Oh, I'm sorry. You are Anna Paquin. I did. Jesus Christ, she looks different without her makeup.
My favorite part of Party of Five, though, was when the wolves were going crazy out in the streets, was the wacky neighbor Buddy Lembeck that would enter and just really shake things up. I'm sorry to have ruined the show. Good night.
We also had, let's see, Tam tipped and said, the Sklars, I had no idea a joke about a long dick could be a long dick joke.
Yes, wrong.
It started short, and then we really kind of leaned into it.
got
And then
excited.
it became like a super big story.
Kim Stewart tipped $10 and said, good stuff.
Thank you.
Gus Walsh, $10 and said, I love the Sklar brothers so much. You guys are so funny.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you guys are going to mention it at the end of the show, but if I can just mention it now also because it's so exciting, maybe people can get their tickets right now during the show. This Saturday, the Sklar brothers are back at Nowhere Comedy Club doing their Dumb People Town podcast live with Daniel Van Kirk. And their guest, you have an amazing musical guest, but I don't really know who it is because it's from the Cold War Kids or something like that.
The Civil War is the Civil Wars, and his name is John Paul White, and he's just one of the most beautiful musicians
good.
ever. Thank you.
And how timely to book the Civil War.
I know.
True. True. But their main comedy guest, you want to tell them who that is, my friends?
It's Zach Galifianakis, our old friend Zach, who is
Damn.
He is one of the funniest people, just funny in his bones, and he does not do this stuff at all. He lives on an island in off of Vancouver. He is so isolated and just comes down the mountain to work. And work he does.
He looks that way too.
But he's just one of our dearest. I mean, he was at our weddings. So
and Jason, what would we know him from?
He
went to college with Steve, right?
He hooked up with Anna Paquin.
There's actually, I have a picture from many, many years ago. I opened for him at a college gig, and someone was taking a picture of him, and I was just in the hallway as well, and someone was taking a picture of him, and at that moment, someone turned to say something to me, and I just kind of turned back to them, and it just looks like I am angrily photobombing him.
Sorry.
Yes.
He's the best, and I think because of the holidays and the world coming to an end with a coup. I think it just kind of got lost in the shuffle. So there are tickets left. So we would love it if folks came out. We would.
It's gonna sell out.
We already have our guest set for the one we're gonna do in February, and that one is a banger too. And we will announce that show. So
I know who it is, and I'm not gonna say shit, but I'm very excited about it. But you son of a bitch.
Fair.
I'm gonna start biting my nails again now. But just to give you one last bit of excitement about Zach Galifianakis' appearance on Dumb People Town this Saturday. Joining us now is Zach Galifianakis. Zach, it's great to have you. Us, what it's like knowing the Sklars so personally.
I honestly can't remember anything I've done with them. I think they're making this up.
By the way, Brett Druck just texted me and said, "What do you want to eat other than these nipples?" So I guess he's watching the show.
Or not.
Random. That would be the best thing ever. That had nothing to do with this. That's what the Trump texted Pence before they had their very tense meeting.
Do you want to be a hero or a pussy? That's what he said to him.
Yeah, that's so funny.
And he chose pussy, even though it actually was the only patriot thing he's done.
That's right. Yeah.
Trump sees a lot of things completely fucking backwards. Yeah. Do you want to be a pussy or do you want to commit treason? Those are your two options. I choose door number 3.
Rach, we caught up.
One last, this is going to be a make it stop. We have a man goes to a $10 sex worker and contracts crabs. When he goes back to complain, the sex worker laughs and says, "What do you expect for $10? Lobster?"
Solid.
I thought it reminds me of our old favorite Jewish joke about a kid who comes to us. And our dad could never get this right. We tried to teach our dad to tell it, but he just could never get it right. A kid goes to his dad and asks him for $50, and he said, $40, why do you need $30? $10 crabs, why do you need $5 lobsters?
By the way, for $10, I would assume he would get shrimp.
I feel it.
This reminds me of an old comics bit. He sang it as a song, but I'll spare you the song. He goes, A man says to God, "What's a million years to you?" And God says, "A second." And the man says to God, "What's $1 million to you?" And God says, "A penny." So the man says to God, "Would you give me a penny?" And God, he replied, "Yes, I will, in a second."
All right.
All right, Rach, we caught up?
Yeah, let's get to Paul.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
Coming now again, returning champion, Paul Varghese. Let's go. Woo!
What's up, guys? Everybody. I came to the realization this week that I might need to have a kid. I've been with my girlfriend for 5 years. We have 2 dogs. And when you tell somebody that you've been with somebody for 5 years and only have 2 dogs, and they ask you what their names are, you might as well say infertility and low sperm count. I wouldn't even know what to do with the kid because I have a cousin. He has a 2-year-old and he baby-proofed his house. I didn't know what baby-proofing was. I thought a condom. But apparently not. Everything from the waist down at their house is empty. Cabinets, drawers. It looks like an Oompa Loompa robbed the house. And I feel bad for the kid. He's never going to learn consequences. When I was a little kid, my mom used to put the household cleaning products under the sink. So I could grab some Pine Sol, chug it, and be like, well, I shouldn't have drank that. It's got a lemon on it, but it doesn't taste like lemons. It tastes like dizziness and regret. That little boy has non-toxic crayons. I mean, if you're going to make crayons non-toxic, make them 100% edible. Like, give fat kids diet crayons.
Oh my God.
2% glue. Non-toxic? Who's ordering toxic? Yeah, do you have any toxic crayons? My kid's kind of an asshole. You have any candy-coated wall sockets? He likes to lick shit. He's also got a gut. At 2 years old, he's skinny. He's got a gut. You know, so I went out and for his party, I got him a piñata stuffed inside another piñata, stuffed inside another piñata. Because I figured that would give that little fat ass an hour-long workout.
Oh my God.
Now he'll be sad when he finds kale at the end of that rainbow. But I know if we had a kid, it'd be great because we're complete opposites. Like she got excited about buying this new dog shampoo, and I didn't. Dog shampoo, she was excited because it was no animal testing. I'm like, how the fuck we know it works? I'm against animal testing unless you have to put the product on an animal. How shitty is your product that animals are opting out of the clinical research? You mean to tell me you can't find a guinea pig to be the guinea pig? We also drink differently. Like I get tipsy, I order another shot. She gets tipsy and orders living room furniture. So every Sunday morning we have this fun game. Who's knocking? The cops or Amazon Prime? By the way, the cops knock more than once, just so you know. And I don't even know how we have all this technology when it comes to like delivery and shopping online, but we can't make one ceiling fan that doesn't shake when you turn it on high. Every fan I've had my whole life has 3 settings: low, medium, epileptic seizure.
Oh my God.
And not one of us is ever scared by it. It's shaking right above our head. We're sitting underneath it like it's like being in a blender upside down. This is awesome. I think the biggest thing about our biggest opposite thing is like she thinks I'm verbally abusive to the dog. This is what I said to the dog: if you don't shut the fuck up, I am going to rip your skull out of your face and wear it like a mask. Now, my God. That was abusive. Abusive is I'm going to hit you because I can actually do that. But what I said involved preparation and surgery. Bleach and a trip to Home Depot. That's way too much. It's not going to work out. Because that's how my parents threatened me with ridiculous threats. My mom would always say, I'm going to knock you into next week. Well, that's great. I got a test this week. You drop kick me into graduation? Like suplex me into a PhD? It'd be all right. All right, that's my time, guys. Thank you guys very much.
Woo! Varghese, everybody. Paul Varghese. Nice work, Paul. I love that Paul, as a kid, was so dirty he washed his own mouth out with soap. Tip jar is open. Top right of the screen is our Venmo. You can PayPal at sdscshow.com. Of course, Super Chat on the YouTube. Do all that stuff. And
Paul, my worry is that you, as a small child, you looked, saw a thing that had a lemon on it, and went, ooh, lemons, and just chugged it. That's not a good idea. Who chugs lemons at any level?
Somebody thirsty for friends.
Yeah, but Bowers, you're
Big
also
lemon
like,
fan.
yeah, but who eats blueberries?
Well, that's
Look,
fair.
I can eat a whole lemon, including the peel. I tried to start the Eat a Lemon challenge, and it did not take off. I got a couple people to do it, and I felt a little embarrassed about it, but I love lemon.
Do you swallow it whole, or do you bite
Actually,
You
I
chew
heard they're good for your nipples.
Yeah, when somebody eats those nipples, it tastes like lemonade. It's incredible.
Ben's like,
Turning nipples into lemonade. This is the old saying, guys.
That's correct.
Ben's like, it's so cold these nipples could cut lemons.
God gives you nipples. You know.
God gives you Ben Gleib's nipples, and you turn them into lemonade. I don't understand why people don't know this saying right now.
God gives you Ben Gleib's nipples, and you shut your text messaging off.
That's right.
I love too that saying God gives you lemons, but you also need fresh water, sugar, a pitcher, a spoon. You need a lot of shit to make lemonade.
By the way, you don't just need
how it
sugar.
works.
My daughter wants to make lemonade all the time. You gotta like heat the sugar up in the pan and turn it into syrup, and then you add it, and then you have to do. It's like a million step process. And then she wants to go in the neighborhood and fleece down the neighbors to sell lemonade to them. It's like, hey, everybody, let's just give us some of your money that you weren't gonna just. It's the worst thing ever. Yeah.
No, but Bowers,
Go ahead.
I agree with you. The idea of it takes so much more than lemons and lemonade. That's like saying, like, well, you know, God gives you a steering wheel, make a car. What the fuck? What about the rest of the car?
It is not like saying that, and you don't even have to heat the sugar. You just use honey or agave instead. Mix it right in. It's yum, baby, yum. Put a little
Yeah,
mint
but
in
you
there.
eat whole lemons.
Wrong point. It is a little tart as far as lemonade goes. That's fair.
We're just saying if all you got's lemons, you're probably fucked. I mean, yeah, I guess if you had agave or some other cool shit, I'm just saying, you know, you need more stuff than just lemons, I guess is my point.
I have a question because I love the set. That set was so funny. But just a question about the cops knocking. Do they? You can make. That's just my pitch for a tag. The pitch for the tag on that is obviously I'm joking. Cops don't knock. They shoot through the door and then they find out what's going on.
No, they knock if you're they knock if you're white. I don't know how Paul would know that. But
Yeah.
they knock when they come to my door. That's the sad part.
Yeah, that is kind of true. I one time was very stoned and I accidentally summoned a police helicopter above my backyard. And then they came to my door and I had a baseball bat. I didn't get shot. That's white privilege. That's white privilege right there.
That is what?
Fine, go on.
Can't now.
I mean, one time I was a little stoned and I was in my office here working, and it's like 3 a.m, and there was like very loud gunshot noises. And I was certain that there was, and then the gunshot noises came closer and closer, and I was certain that somebody was shooting their way into my house, and I frantically called 911.
Oh my God, was Carmel watching Home Alone? I've seen this. This is what happened.
Pre-Carmel, they kept calling me a filthy animal. I'm like, this is disgusting. And
You're like, but they
I
are
saw
wishing you a Merry
shadow-
Christmas, which is nice.
Yeah. I saw shadows coming into my backyard over the side fence. I'm like, they're breaching my property. Come right now. I think that in retrospect might have been a cat or something, but and there was legitimately like louder and louder shots, and about 10 minutes later, my entire backyard is illuminated by the world's brightest spotlights. It was a police helicopter above my backyard, and there was nothing. And then the cops came to my door, and I had a baseball bat, and they're like, sir, there was just fireworks nearby. It was fireworks. I didn't even get charged or anything. It was pretty incredible experience with the police, and so, you know.
Is that when you got Henry Horse, where they're like, "Here's a therapy dog. Next time this happens, just pet him."
By the way, Ben
Gave me the dog and a basket of cookies. White privilege is real.
Ben, every time you talk about what you've done while you're stoned, it's a reminder for me not to smoke.
It was the only paranoid moment I've ever had in my life on weed. It was the only time.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 1,000 times. I mean, you can't, you know, come on, you can't judge that, you know.
I mean,
And then I ran into the street and started climbing on a cab. I've told a couple stories today. That I
Look,
know.
I love the same people who are like, oh, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance, it won't happen, are also the same people who will like play roulette and gamble at a slot machine and be like, well, it's a 1 in 1,000 chance, it might happen.
Right. Listen, God gives you fireworks and the cops give you a helicopter. I mean, that's. Am I getting
the
the saying
saying
right?
right there.
That's not the saying. Okay.
When I was on the phone with them, I was like, "There's someone shooting into my house," and the cops were like, "Okay, sir, we have your location. Are you white?" And I was like, "Yes, I'm white." And they're like, "We'll be right there." So
They didn't have to ask, Ben.
they did. I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you. I don't know how to respond to that.
We're ready for me for tips. Zara tipped Paul and said, "I love it. If life gives you melons, you're probably dyslexic."
Nice. Make
Nicole,
melanade.
that'd be good, right? It's just like melon juice.
I don't know. The melons I had last week were terrible. So if that's what melon tastes like, not juicify that shit.
Yeah, but you got those from Half Foods.
Ranch dressing didn't even make it better. You know, for ranch dressing not to make it better.
Bowers is like, this coffee's terrible. Ranch dressing couldn't even help it.
Yeah. Ranch is the universal food saver. Anything
Not
you've got
for
that tastes like
sweet
shit, you
things.
dip it in ranch, it tastes great. Except for melons and apparently coffee.
Bowers.
Never had that one.
Bowers, when we were in Indiana and we were doing shows in Bloomington, we were at restaurants and people would come around and top off your ranch. That's how much they love ranch. They'd say, "Hey, I see you're getting a little low in your ranch." They come by and top
I
it.
lund it.
Instead of a sommelier, there's a ranchier. Yeah, he would like screw off the top and let us sniff it. He's like, "This is from the Hidden Valley from 1999." And
I swear to God, this is real. I was at a Perkins once in Indianapolis, and the lady the server comes out and it was like 11:30. She goes, do you know what you want? And she goes, I'm thinking about the chicken fingers, but can I try the ranch first? She made her go back in the kitchen, bring out a ramekin of ranch. She dipped her big fat finger in it, like, no, I'll just have the burger. I was like, fuck, this girl knows her ranch. This is awesome.
I just like the idea, like what the Sklars were saying about it. Like, I picture it like an Italian restaurant, like the guy with the pepper, where he's just like, fresh ranch.
Hey man, I know this condiments, right? When you go to a restaurant, you notice whether they have Heinz or some other bullshit ketchup, and you're like, oh, this restaurant sucks. That's red gold. Fuck that. You know, you get it.
That ranchier that comes by, he's like, "Fresh ranch. Say when you're having a heart attack."
All right. We also had Nicole Byrne tip $5 and said, "Paul, when my cat wakes me up for food at 4 a.m, I definitely show my love with all the curse words and threats of violence. It's fine." Technics tipped and said, "Paul, condoms are 99.9% effective at baby proofing." We also had, let's see, Tam Brown tipped $5 and said, "Paul, any crayons are edible if you're brave enough. Never mind, that's the wrong saying. My bad. Great set." Frank Berman, $10 and said, "Paul, love the set. By the way, I love the 8 Mile street sign behind you."
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I had a crayon once that turned my poop green. I didn't like it.
What color crayon did you eat?
Well, I ate 2. I ate a yellow one and a blue one, but
Damn it, Bowers.
I hate it when you eat a crayon and it turns your poop burnt sienna. Yeah.
I thought that's what that crayon was made of.
If you eat a crayon and turns your poop Sienna Miller. Am I wrong? Who played Bob Dylan? What? I'm sorry. I don't know
Kim
any of that,
Stewart.
man.
sent you $10 and said guinea pig or kid, and then it's a emoji of like a flying male stork carrying a purple teddy bear that's just flapping its arms out the window. Out of the pouch.
I want Rachel to be an anthropologist and dissect hieroglyphics to us.
That's what she's literally doing, just modern hieroglyphics.
Emojis are. That's what emojis are.
It seems like a fat guy on a pyramid.
They are.
Bird over his head. I don't know. He looks pissed.
Like, this guy's wrapped in a bunch of bandages or something.
That is proof. That is proof how much we have devolved as a civilization. We used to have very complex cave drawings that would show you exactly how society was constructed. Now the best we got is, I mean, that's what we've become. It's unreal.
Or we've gotten so good at communication, we can fucking know by one picture exactly what you mean. So I don't know. If the goal of communication is to make you understand me, then I think we're doing better.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
Well, send him an emoji and you will. But by the way, Ben, I do disagree with you. That's not the best we have. The best we have is the peach and the eggplant.
True that. And impeach and the eggplant. It's actually the peach and the eggplant tell the perfect story of what happened in Georgia recently. We kicked out the eggplants and the peaches returned to glory again. I'm gonna end the I'm gonna quit. Good night, everybody.
We also had Alexander Breyer tip and said the problem with kids nowadays is Mr. Yuck is gone.
Oh yeah, the stickers you used to put on your poison.
Yeah.
That's actually in the 70s. Instead of taking poison out of the fucking under the sink and putting it someplace safe, you just put a sticker on it that said to a 4-year-old, "Don't drink this, you'll die." It was a little, it was a yuck sticker. I remember those.
It was called Mr. Yuck?
Yeah.
It was Mr. Yuck. You put the stickers on your chemicals. There also used to be red little circles you put on your bedroom window so the fireman could find you if it was a fire. And one day I was home, my mom ran across the street or something, and the house caught on, the stove caught on fire. And I went and got the sticker out of the drawer, ran in my room, put it on the window, and sat on my bed and waited for the fire. I didn't run outside. I just sat on my bed and waited.
By the way, I thought Mr. Yuck was Alan Dershowitz. Am I wrong?
It'd be great if we just put a sticker on him and Giuliani.
Yeah.
Ellen Dershowitz and Alan DeGeneres separated at birth? Who knows?
Ben, are you okay today?
Not really.
I'm sorry, I muted you.
Thank you very much. Been a strange morning, but other than that, everything is great. On how are you?
You know what? I'll chime in here.
Thank
So
you.
Alexander Breyer
I don't know why
said,
it went to me.
here's a fund to get Bowers a ranch tuxedo jacket.
Oh.
I'm going to have to eat a whole jacket. That's going to be tough. A jacket. That's probably a lot.
It's a cummerbund made of carrots, too, by the way. Just want you to know.
Yeah, right?
It's a cucumber bun. I'm gonna show myself out right
Shit.
now. How is Ben Gleib affecting me?
Didn't he star in Sherlock?
Do you want any more affectations other than these nipples?
We also, let's see, Zara tipped the show and said, General, Bowers be ranch, because with those jackets, he always be dressing. And because he's universally loved. Sarah Green, next time someone hands you a lemon, remember the average human body is made up of 60% water.
I think they're implying that when I eat the lemon whole, I am lemonade, and I like that.
I think so. Gus Walsh, it says super sticker astonished face, but it's not. I scrolled back and looked. It's a juicy peach. It's a peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's a wet ass peach.
That's not the worst, actually. And then let's get to another. Let's move on before we go to the game. So, what does one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts. And the game, everybody. Let's play the game, please.
Let's play the game.
All right. So the game today. What is the game today?
Nobody
What?
knows.
Alt right, make a company alt right, essentially.
Essentially,
Yeah.
Okay. If you're in our
Racist
front
company is
row,
what we're doing.
Companies that the traders can still use.
Yeah, like Trader Joe's.
yeah. I've got some good ones. So if you're in the front row, please raise your hand in the participants window. Remember, try and limit it to 3. These are some unpaid entries that I liked. Doodoo Bean is back, and they have Exxon Mobil homes.
That also could be X in mobile homes.
And then Greg Murphy, Stay at Home Depot.
Nice.
All right. And so Sklars and Paul, these are the ones starting with the front row that we're going to vote on. So just choose your favorite. Zara, kick us off.
Still laughing at Doodoo Bean, sorry. Okay, I've got 3. The 4 Treasons.
Nice.
These are Wells Fargo to jail, go directly to jail. And my last one is a law firm with a tagline, Alan and its ovary. We know how much you like taking podiums, but we advise against taking the stand.
Nice.
Damn, that's good. Solid.
Unfortunately, the 4 Treasons was just the 4 Treasons landscaping place. It wasn't even the real.
It was the 4 Treasons manscaping. Back to pubes.
It was actually next to the dildo store because it was just a bunch of dicks.
By the way, 4 Treasons manscaping would be a great male salon. I love that a lot.
Tam,
My girl,
back
shaving
to you,
for
Tam.
my girl.
Tam, what do you got?
First of all, we've hit who knows level.
Yeah.
And it's impeachment day again.
Nice.
First, I have Walls Don't Work Mart.
Nice.
I have General Electric ankle monitors. And Target of Federal Investigations.
Yes.
Berman.
Yeah, so I got the KKK Mart. Instead of J. Crew, J. Koo.
Nice.
Yes.
And then instead of McDonald's, I got McConnell's fast food, like Mitch McConnell.
At the KKK Mart, they have Blue Lives Matter specials. It's great.
And at McConnell's, they only serve turtle.
Turtle burgers.
Brad.
Yeah. I had a Border Walmart. Orange Julius Caesar. And instead of a MasterCard, Master Race Card.
At 2, Kute.
Benoit LeBalls.
All right, so I have Microsoft, because any of the guys that stormed the Capitol can relate to micro and soft. I have Parlor Tree. And then that's why it was the second one. And then Coca-Cola.
Nice. You know, they put actual Coke in there.
Anna.
So I have 2. The Big Life Sporting Goods. And KKK.
Nice.
Dave.
Okay, so I have 2, or no, just 1 actually. But we have Dick's Last Resort, where progressives and Dem servers can make fun of conservatives and still get tips.
Nice.
Nice.
Who's next? Bill.
Don't know if this is the same slang down there, but Johnson and Johnson.
Because they're dicks.
And USA. Hey, I'm talking to you.
Lindsay.
I have 2 banned KKKs. And Tic Tactical Mints.
Cassie?
I've got edible fruit cakes. Dug their own Whole Foods. And Huggies because they didn't get enough growing up.
Is there anyone else in the front row that I didn't get to? Wave at me and I'll let you read one. Weird Ral?
Hey, everybody. I have
Hello.
3. Bed Bath and Bewildered.
Nice.
Banana Republican.
Yes.
Oh, and Old Navy.
And Club Monaco.
The last one is Chick-fil-A holes.
iPhone, which is Frankie Angles.
Oh.
You're on mute, Frankles.
You're on mute there, buddy.
Even with a much more vertical frame, still the angle is strange.
Did you hear me now?
Yeah, we got you now.
Yeah.
Chop right wing.
Wait, what did you say?
Chop right wing.
Drop right ray?
Chop right wing.
Shop right wing, like shop right.
Yeah.
Shop right, okay. You're Racheling me on that one. I couldn't understand the
Bowery. You know, I don't know. It wasn't me.
Yeah, that was more of a Bowering than a Racheling.
It was. Thank you. Anybody else in the front row before I get to the other ones? Nobody. Okay, so these are the rest of the entries. Mario Miser has KFC, Kentucky Failed Coop.
Yes, yes.
Tim Larson, Whites Only Castle.
Burgers are itty bitty.
Mario Miser, Coup Filet. We also had Gus Walsh, Not Smart and Finally Going to Jail.
By the way, unrelated, I cannot see a Smart and Final without thinking it says fart and smile.
Oh, no, now that's going to be in my head.
That's why I don't like bathroom humor. Rachel's reaction is why I don't like bathroom humor.
Abby Wright, Home Despo.
Home Despot.
It's actually a very, very creative one. And it's...
That's really good.
Spellings. Shannon Savage. Okay, Cupid.
Nice. Where you can find your match and then a lighter fluid.
Shan Savage. Alt-right aid. Jonathan S. Olive Pardon.
Oh, fuck. When you're here, you're like family. Specifically, 2 daughters and 3 sons.
No, when your family...
Only
when your
one
family,
daughter. You
you're
don't think
okay.
he's not going to pardon Tiffany. Jesus Christ.
When your family, what, Randy?
So when your family, you're okay.
So that one's incredible because it actually spells the sentence, all I've pardoned. It's pretty damn good.
Jonathan S. Surrendered Liberty Mutual.
Nice.
Violator had Aunt Maggots, white privilege in every pancake.
Oh, God. That might be a regional chain.
I think so. Marielle, anything from Banana Republican.
Nice.
Peace and love. Capital Fun. What's in your tweet wallet? Victoria Scatareggio. Q Anon tips.
Oh, nice.
Victoria Scatareggio. Progress no soup. Razor. Instead of Mentos, their parents base Mentos. Those are all of them.
All right, man. There's a lot of really good ones. Four Treasons was good. Parlor Tree. Dug Their Own Whole Foods I liked. Banana Republican, obviously. But I think I've got to go with Olive Pardon. That was my favorite. That was clever on lots of ways. Olive Pardon. I'm going with that one. What was your favorite one, Paul?
I'm going Dug Their Own Whole Foods.
Nice. Sklars, what you got?
Oh man, I think we're going to be split on this, and we should each get a vote here. But goddamn,
Each get a vote. Each get a vote.
There were so many. Let me just start and say there were so many good ones. The Four Treasons is just so good. The thing that made me laugh out loud was Chick-fil-A holes. I did not see that coming, and that was so good. That was my favorite.
Yeah, I mean, Olive Pardon hit me because it's a pun, and I just love it. Can we give ours too?
We'll do that after we vote.
Do that after, all right. Yeah, so I think not to agree with Bowers, which I really rarely do, but I'm going with you, man. I think Olive Pardon's my favorite.
All right, awesome. Thanks, man. Rachel.
I mean,
I
just wanted to point this out to you guys. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but two identical looking people just both voted in the same election.
The signature.
Glasses on.
He just comes back in with glasses. I'm a different Sklar.
Weird.
My favorite was Dug Their Own Whole Foods.
Cool. Ben.
Whew, I love Dug Their Own Whole Foods, loved Banana Republicans, loved Home Despot, loved Olive Pardon. Four Treasons was great. J. Koo was great. But I'm very torn between Kentucky Filled Koo. It's very clever, but I think I have to give it to Big Lie Sporting Goods. Fantastic.
Nice. Steve.
Oh, so do I break this tie? It's a tie between Dug Their Own Whole Foods and Olive Pardon. There were so many great ones, but I gotta give it to Olive Pardon. Olive Pardon was great.
And before you announce the winner, we just got 8 more Sklars that voted for Vallejo.
We'll stop the count before we got those votes in. We're
So claim your if yours was Olive Pardon, claim your prize. Go to sdscshow.com, shoot us an email, and claim your prize.
All right, Sklars, which ones you got?
Okay, Jay, you'll do yours and I'll do mine. Yes. Well, you want to do the first one? That was yours. Okay. Buffalo Right Wings. Hey, Jay. AT&T Party. Now this is a regional one that I think you have to live in New York or the East Coast for, but I'm going for it anyway. Dwayne Can't Read Pharmacy.
Oh, fuck. That is next to Alt-Right Aid.
That is.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
I have also.
And build that Walgreens.
And CV Escape from jail on account of the treason, you fuck.
All right, I've got the OK QAnon. I've got BB QAnons galore. Conspiracy theory pants. And my favorite one, Smart and Final Solution.
Not see that coming.
Nobody did, and that's why it was so difficult. We also saw Republic fall. That was it.
Paul, you got any?
Yeah, I got a few. I got Crest tooth whitening. Wife egg beaters.
Fuck.
Grape truck nuts. And Alka Inseltzer.
Nice.
Nice. Rach, you have any?
I've got 4. What about you guys?
I got 6.
I have 10.
Hey.
All right. Well, how do you want to do this? You want to go back and forth?
Sure. Ben, you want to go first?
Start with Ben.
Sure. I will start with Incel Stays Inside.
Oh, I'll go. Sorry, I was waiting for you. I have Honey Bunches of Chodes.
Microsoft, Dick.
I I've got Snow White's apple.
I have no stars, no bucks.
LinkedIn mate.
I got JP, Morgan, Chase Mike Pence.
Nice. I have the new FBI phone.
It only works for some people.
TJ Maximum Security.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've got Berkshire Hathaway House.
The intelligence gap.
My last one, KFCUNT.
Nice.
I got one more.
Please.
The Burlington Turncoat Factory.
Boom! There it is.
That is so good. How am I going to follow that one? All right.
I think it's my turn, so I'll give you a second to figure one out. I've got Volkswagen.
Oh my God. I have farmers committing crimes against the state.
I've got Walt Disney's early anti-Semitic work.
Oh my God. And my final one is just Tesla.
I've got Deutsche Bank, just because it's one of the oldest places.
Nice.
I've got General Electric, but no central heating. I got Anheuser-Busch was somehow much better. And my last one, Asshole Zeneca.
I got one more. Warehouse of Men.
How about shooters? Okay. All right, we made it through. Ben, it's time for the song. Here we go.
It is Leedy Doodle time. It's Leedy Doodle time. She draws the things we say and makes them funnier than they were. Leedy Corbin.
I don't know if I'm making funnier than they were. All right. I have Impeachment 2, Electric Boogaloo. And I have Bowers in his ranch suit with his cucumber bun. And then I have Social, we all gather there here hour. Then I have, if you don't shut the fuck up.
What a cute puppy.
That is really cute. Like you drew Henry Horse there. I'm a little bit offended.
I did kind of draw Henry Horse there. I'm sorry. Don't tell Horse. Then I have Pubistank, and I found out that their touring logo was kind of
Two pubes connecting as one. It's beautiful.
The universe folding in on itself. Looks like the infinity pube.
Also, if you're Pubistank, please see a doctor.
How else could 2 months' growth last a lifetime?
Just take a shower. If you're Pubistank, just take a shower sometimes, you know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I have When Life Gives You Nipples. Isn't that the same?
Love it.
I think that's the saying. And then I have Bowers trying to eat both crayons to see what color.
Really good. It looks like a courtroom drawing, like he's on trial for doing it.
That's when the case took a turn. Howard suddenly pooped a stream of green.
I see streams of green.
I just made a poop joke. I'm sorry.
Quick, get on Rachel's face. She's not liking it at all.
I gotta say, Ben, your character arc during this season has been...
Then I have Zach Galifianakis not knowing who they are.
By the way, LaBalls in the chat just wrote, I see streaks of green. I did the voice, but he wrote the thing.
Then I have
Steve,
Sean.
your character arc has gotten incredible this season. The voice range, you've suddenly went from never doing any sort of characterization to you got a Trump, you got a Louis Armstrong. This is very exciting.
Those are the two I have. I'm very specific in my impression.
Yeah, but soon you're gonna have Trumpy Armstrong and Donald Louis. You never know.
I see people of white.
That's it.
Dead voters too.
Oh boy. Next up, I have Sean or Zach between two ferns. Anna Paquin, by the way.
Anna Paquin.
So good.
And then I have Wet Ass Peach. My next one is Pube Spider.
Oh god.
And then I genuinely Googled that cartoon of the dude with the
With
long
the giant penis,
dick.
yeah.
Here you
Giant
go. That's basically what he looks like.
That is. He's telling you which way to go, or he's telling you how far 500 feet is. Yeah.
Does that look like Steve with a fake mustache? Jeez.
What baffles me is that he in the cartoon has like a sock for his dick. Like he clothes his dick because he can't hide it. And that to me is just something else.
It's
Okay.
appropriate.
He gives new meaning to the song. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I know.
I'm just gonna say this: the horizontal stripes does make it look fatter, and that watch out. It's a choice. It's a choice.
And then my very last one is the dude with the tiny dick trying to lockpick.
Oh, he's wearing the same shirt.
I love that he won't use his hands. Like it's against his code. Nope, hands on the top of the door. I can do this.
It's
With
also
great
against
power comes great responsibility.
Yeah. It's against his code and against his chode. Both.
Oh god. That's it for me.
Nice.
That art for my heroes on the Instagram, everybody. Lady Corbin.
Very cool. Awesome. We got anything to catch up on, Rach?
Yes, we do. We had a couple late entries just for funsies. We had Tam Brown, Reich Aid.
I also just had the thought that when Bowers sits down with like some wings or some fries and a big bowl of ranch, he looks at it and goes, "We got anything to catch up on, ranch?"
Can't believe I didn't think of not CVS till just now.
Oh wow, that's good.
Good one.
Meg Begley, Minnie Cooper.
Nice.
We had Valerian Nathaniel tip the show and say, fun fact, Smart and Final was named after its owners, Jim Smart and Hildane Final.
I don't know if it's a fun fact, but it's a fact.
I'm not sure it's a fact. That sounds like something somebody made up. But whatever.
It's a fact that we can all agree on, and I think we have to get back to that in our country.
And that's final.
And it's smart.
Last one. What's the difference between your boyfriend and a condom? Condoms have evolved. They're not so thick and insensitive anymore.
Nice.
Guys, I just Googled it. Not only is that not the name of the founders of Smart and Final, but Smart and Final does not exist. Weirdly.
It's all lies.
Standing by that.
All right. We made it through another show. Paul, kind of tell us where to find you online. How do we find you? Plug yourself, buddy.
Facebook, I'm on Paul and Oates, and on Twitter, it's Paul Varghese, Varghese.
Awesome. Thanks, man. We'll see you next time.
Great
Sklar.
stuff.
Yes, please come see this Dumb People Town tomorrow on Saturday night. It's going to be so much fun. Zach Galifianakis and John Paul White of the Civil Wars. Check out his music because it's amazing. And you can follow us on Instagram at Sklar Brothers, TikTok at Sklar Brothers, Twitter, same thing at Sklar Brothers. And we have a bunch of podcasts. We do a daily one called Sklar Country, the Virus Edition, aka the Pandy Pods. And then we do sports podcast every Friday called The View from the Cheap Seats. And then Dumb People Town is once a week, sometimes twice a week with Daniel Van Kirk. But we hope to see you all there. I just love coming on and doing this show. You guys are so much fun. I love meeting all the new comics, and your fans of the show are amazing. Thank you to all those who do show up at our show. It means a ton to us. So thank you guys.
Yep.
Awesome, guys. We appreciate it. Hope we'll see you next month when you can plug your super big guest then. So Ben is
Got it. For sure.
we're excited. So we'll see you guys next time. As for me, you can follow me at Bowers Comedy and all that stuff. Check that out. Ben, what you got coming up?
I have my new podcast episode with this last week's news and a very special interview guest coming out in the next 24 hours. And I moved also coming up on my podcast, the 2 weeks after that, my guest will be Alyssa Milano and then Sophia Bush. So please check that out. 2 great guests coming up, and I just had the Sklars last week, so please subscribe to Last Week on Earth. And this Saturday is my show, Gleib Off the Top at Nowhere Comedy, and I moved it an hour earlier to 4 p.m. specifically to not conflict with the Sklar Brothers Dumb People Town, because I want to be there, I want to see it, and it'll be from my house also. It had nothing to do with that, but that's also part of why. So please check out all those things. Thank you, guys.
Very cool. Steve?
Tomorrow I have a show. I have a show at Nowhere. I did not move it up an hour because it's a different day. So tomorrow, check that out. It is where I heckle myself, and then I'm doing another one on the 28th as well.
Very cool. Rach, anything catch up on before we get out of here?
Just lastly, that we've got our Patreon SDSC, and we're gonna play. So I just told the people in the YouTube chat, come play Whiplash with us. And I realized I said that wrong. I don't want Whiplash. Come play Whiplash with us on the 27th. So, yeah.
Come play Whiplash. The way it works is we park our cars and then you hit us from behind real hard.
That's the way it used to work with Rachel and Steve. But if you'd like to join us, we will whip our hair back and forth. We're very excited.
All right, audience, thank you so much for being here. As always, you guys are awesome. We will see you on Thursday. No, Friday. Sorry, Friday. Friday, not Thursday. I was trying to remember what day we don't do shows, and that's
The
Thursday.
show is weekly, Bowers. Keep
Friday. We'll see you Friday for Fan Fucking Friday, where my mom will be in the audience and 2 Truths and a Lie about me from her. So that should be fun, and she's making me a salad. So come Friday. It should be a good, fun time. I'm excited. We'll see you guys.
One last thing.
Yes.
What's the difference between your penis and a bonus check? Someone's always willing to blow your bonus. Good night.
My favorite dumb joke was always, what's Chrissy do with her butthole before sex? Drops me off at the bowling alley. All right, I'll talk to you.
I just wanted to shout out the fundraiser for Steel City AF is doing very, very well, and a lot of it is because of the fandom here. And I just want to say thank you. We have crossed $15,000, which is incredible, and special thanks to Allison Deming, Jessica Keibel, and Bunce, who have all given $1,000 or more, and Zara Bending, who did a bunch of fundraising for it and raised $3,000 just on her own. So thank you, everybody who has been supporting Steel City. Really, really appreciate it.
Very cool.
That's really inspiring. And on a similar note, I've got a pink penis intertwined on my finger. So we all have strengths, and I'd like you to embrace yours. Thank you for being with us. Until next time, this has been This Time. Good night.
No.